Yeah. Mr. Rentz, I just got your card. Mr. Rentz from Aqua.
Good afternoon, council members. Mark Rentz, Aqua. I fully concur with what Mr. Siegel laid out as far as CEQA, the requirements of CEQA. That's really not the reason why I'm here, is to argue whether or not it should be in there, because I think you're going to get the advice from your council that it should be. Although you've referred to it, Joe, that this was carefully thought out and discussed, I'm assuming among staff as that language change was made. I don't recall any colloquy discussion amongst council members to provide some direction to staff as this plays out, as how this might be implemented, and I strongly encourage staff the council to have that discussion with staff in an open forum where those of us who are interested in this issue can provide input. The notion of doing a cumulative analysis under CEQA should not be taken lightly. It's one of the most difficult things you can do. I think Mr. Siegel hopefully would agree with me on that. It's one of the most difficult analysis any project proponent has to do. And while the language is in there that's underlined is directly taken from CEQA guidelines, most agencies that I am aware of that have a CEQA relationship provide some sort of guidance as to what their expectations are. And with the Delta Stewardship Council, we're moving into a new realm of discussion of CEQA analysis. So I would encourage you to have that discussion. The fact that you have to start identifying past, other current, and probable future projects in and of itself is quite significant. Second thing I'd bring to your attention, the other thing that was underlined, deleted at the beginning of this portion, that's maybe perhaps been overlooked a little bit, was the initial language said a change in existing conditions. Existing has now been struck, and the language baseline was inserted in lieu of existing. I guess that begs, in my mind anyways, the question of what conditions are you talking about in this, and what is the baseline you're referring to? I'm not saying these issues are going to be resolved today, but I do think there has not been a sufficient opportunity to discuss these things, and this should not be underplayed as far as its significance in terms of an issue. Thank you for the opportunity to comment.
Thank you, Mr. Rentz.